WNDS Sports presents Candlepin Stars and Stripes, featuring the best Candlepin bowlers from all over New England, and now in our 19th season. Here's your hosts for Candlepin Stars and Stripes, Dick Lutz and Mike Moran.
Hello again, everybody, and welcome into another edition, another season of Candlepin Stars and Strikes on WNDS TV. From Leda Lanes in Nashua, New Hampshire, Dick Lutz and Mike Moran. Michael, it's our 6th year together. We've seen some great Candlepin bowling.
And this season promises to be no different, including the current ladder, which has a variety of bowlers, very young and, shall we say, more seasoned bowlers, a couple of former rookies of the year, one bowler with 6 championships, so we're going to see it all, we hope, over the next 4 weeks.
And a new schedule of prize money that we'll be telling you about during the course of the afternoon. But right now, let's meet our bowlers in our first match of the brand new ladder series. Our number 5 seed from Weymouth, Massachusetts, Bob Whitcomb.
Yeah, Bobby's back. Spent a couple of years, coming in with an average of 125, high single of 199, high triple of 489, and Bob Whitcomb bowls at Hanover Bowlodrome and Hanson Bowlodrome in Mass.
And Bob rolled a 665 to earn the number 5 seed in this ladder series, and he'll be taking on number 4 seed from Newington, New Hampshire, Mike Poulin.
Mike Poulin, also no stranger to the lights here at WNDS and Leda Lanes. 125 average, not 1 but 3 199 games. Can't quite get that deuce yet. High triple 488, and he bowls at the Bowlorama in Portsmouth, New Hampshire.
And Mike's 668 was good enough for the number 4 seed in this ladder series. Bob Whitcomb and Mike Poulin ready to go. We're ready to bring it to you. It's Candlepin Stars and Strikes on WNDS TV. We're back right after this. We have some great bowlers in our first ladder series of the season. And Bob Whitcomb and Mike Poulin will be the first match, but as you look at the ladder, you're going to see some great bowling in weeks ahead.
Yeah, Bobby Whitcomb and Mike Poulin, the numbers 5 and 4 seed. Jeff Surratt is at number 3. He had a 671. John Zappi won his first pro tournament last year, had a 683. And the number 1 bowler, Chris Sargent, always explosive at the top of the ladder. You'll see him a few weeks from today.
Bob Whitcomb first to bowl, and our new season is underway from Leda Lanes in Nashua.
We've noticed over the summertime, Ray and his staff made some very nice renovations here at Leda Lanes, including a number of television monitors above each lane. There's a great start, a spare for Bob Whitcomb.
They put in an entire automation system. It automatically keeps score. It has a video screen system on the wall, so our fans are watching the video screens all over the place. Whitcomb on a spare. We've got lots of letters and emails to read to you that came in during the off-season. We'll get to those during the course of our matches. Will he get it? No, he thought he would. He gave it some body English, but wasn't able to convert it. Our electronic scoring machine apparently is experiencing a problem, and that'll be a 9-box for Bob Whitcomb. So we're not able to show you. That score, of course, not correct. Doesn't show the spare fill of 7 in the 9-box. 26 after 2 boxes for Bob Whitcomb. We'll get that corrected. Mike Poulin, the lefty from Newington. His first ball, and the wood keeps tumbling. Got the 1, the 2, and the 9 still standing with some wood. On the head pin, he will not get it. The 9 wobbled as the piece of wood brushed by. Not able to convert. Mike Poulin with a 125 average. And he'll take a 9-box. His high single, 199. He has 3 of them. The last time needed an 8 drop in the 10th and got 7. He started with 5 strikes. This time a half Worcester punches through. High triple 488. Bowls out of the Bowlorama in Portsmouth. Been bowling 36 years, 22 as a pro. He's been on TV a lot. 26 times on WNDS, on the old Channel 5 show. He was on the singles once, and about 20 times in doubles competition, so he's no stranger to the bright lights.
And he also caught my reference early at the beginning of the program when I said we had a number of very young bowlers and a few seasoned bowlers. When we went to break, he looked at me and he said, seasoned bowlers.
He knew who you were talking about.
I was being respectful, politically correct.
Mike is 47 years old. Bob Whitcomb, 37 years old, from Weymouth, Massachusetts, bowling out of the Hanover Bowlerdrome in the Hanson Bowl. Almost a spread eagle. He's been on WNDS 15 times over the years, on the old Channel 5 show 3 times. Again, so the bright lights won't bother him.
Did you notice the big paycheck he took back in April? He won the Leda Lane's Easter 20-string tournament. Right here for $5,000. 20 strings, it's a grueling day.
A 6-box right there. That doesn't help. He shot a 180 in his 17th game. The 20-string total is 26.37. That's averaging over 130 for 20 strings. My goodness gracious.
He also points out that this is what we call a double-sided bowling center. You've got a series of lanes on one side, concourse area, then more lanes. He loves the other side. Lane 5 is his favorite. Never bowls badly there.
Great shot there by Bob Whitcomb to pick up the spare. 2 marks and 4 boxes for Whitcomb. Mike Poulin looks for his first mark and throws it right in the pocket. That was right in the 1-2 pocket for the lefty.
Got some pretty good wood. A piece of wood probably 1.5 feet in front of the object pin, which is the 6th, and a piece of wood between the 6 and the 9. Should be able to nail this one with a good hit.
There it is. First mark of the match for Mike Poulin. Don't forget, we give $50 for 3 marks in a row. Our triple strike jackpot recycles to $500 for the first match of the new season. 3 strikes in a row gets you $500. And the bonus ball contest after every contest recycled as well. And that starts at $10 for some lucky winner at home.
Added prize money this season for the bowlers as well.
We'll talk about that in just a second, as Mike almost converted the spare. Bowlers will be happy about that. 9 box for Mike Poulin. He's at 44. Through 4. Bob Whitcomb, 42 plus the ball. A new schedule of prize money, and the bowlers have something more to shoot for.
Boy, you're not kidding. Leda Lane's kicking in the extra money, but in reality, it's the money that comes in from the entries for the bowlers in the qualifying rounds.
Bob Whitcomb with a strike inside the spare.
So with more bowlers trying out for the show, that creates a little bit of an extra kitty, and that money is being plowed right back into the prize money through Leda Lane. So now the runner-up today gets $200 back. Last season, it was $150.
Oh, look at that 7-pin wobble.
And, Dick, by the time we get to the championship round, the top prize for the ladder is $1,500, which is what it is for the Tournament of Champions.
Going up from $1,000, so a $500 increase, and the runner-up in the ladder championship match gets $1,000, which is up from $600. So quite a difference. 3 marks in a row. There's $50 in bonus money right there. Bob Whitcomb with a hot first string. Watch the strike that he threw in the 5th box. The 5-pin toppling, the last to go. Mike Poulin right on the head pin. Gets a pretty good break as the split falls, and he now has the 3 and the 6 still standing. Down they go. Second mark of the string for Mike Poulin, so both bowlers warming up here in a hurry in the early going.
Mike Poulin can't relax. He's up against another mark in the 6th frame for Bob Whitcomb.
He will not relax. Answering the challenge, Mike Poulin, watch the replay. That one crossed over to the 1-3 side, and it was the 8-pin that was the last to go, kicked out by a piece of dead wood. Here's Whitcomb, 3 marks in a row. The split goes. Got a makeable shot here, the 2 and the 4.
Bob has been doing a lot of working out, staying very active physically. He's dropped a considerable amount of weight, says he's feeling a lot better, and can't help but hurt his game, that's for sure.
He does look trim, doesn't he?
He really does. Not sure how much weight he dropped, but he looks great. And he's bowling terrific.
Takes a 10 box. Just missed the spare. He's at 100 through 7. Bob is a 125 average. His high single is also 199. So both bowlers with 199 as high singles. So tantalizingly close to that 200 mark.
Bob Whitcomb, who obviously loves the lead of lanes, bowls well here on the television show, won the Easter Sunday tournament earlier this year. And he's very happy to point out that the WCBC will be bowling here, the Pro Tour, in October.
Spare for Bob Whitcomb. So that near miss in the 7th frame cost him a couple of bucks because he starts another streak right here. Watch it again. And again, there's the 8-pin with the kick off the wall. Mike Poulin working on 2 marks in a row. Thin hit, but he puts 6 and a makeable shot here.
5, 6, 9, and 10 with 2 pieces of wood, pretty much on the center and left part of the 4-pin configuration.
There it goes. 3 marks in a row. You got $50 in bonus money for Mike Poulin. So both bowlers are taking advantage of the bonus money. There's the replay, and there's the spare. And a strike inside. Another $25 in bonus money.
Well, he's been playing catch-up for the entire match, and he's just gone ahead. Yeah, with 4 marks in a row. Both bowlers now with 5. A smattering of strikes and spares on both score sheets. Well, there's a Brooklyn hit and a sweeping leave of the 10-pin with a little bit of wood just to the left of the 10. Not really a factor in this shot. But he used it.
He used it. It certainly was a factor. Who would have thought?
Well, it gives you a larger margin of error. If you go a little bit too far to the left, you have somewhat of a cushion. You go to the right, you're in the channel of the gutter. So it worked out well.
Both bowlers on fire here in the first string. That time he threw it past the head pin. 4 horsemen right side, 6 in the spare. It's already over 140. It's 141 right now. Look at this. Another $50 for Bob Whitcomb. This is unbelievable for a first string. 7 marks in the first string for Bob Whitcomb. $100 in bonus money. He is at 145 plus whatever he gets on this ball.
And high string for the day gets another $50.
So it's 145 plus an 8. 153 for Bob Whitcomb in the first string.
And the new trim Bob Whitcomb is a little lighter on his feet with some of the body English stick.
Now here's Mike Poulin. He threw it past the head pin. He's got the 1-7-10 with wood. The old high-low jack shot with wood rolling out. Is the wood out too far? We're going to check that out and see if it rolls back inside. It looks like it will roll out of harm's way and probably into the gutter on the left. My old friend Johnny Miller from WBZ Radio, whenever I see him, his parting words to me are always, stay out of the gutter. Will he pick it up? Watch out. Don't give up yet. Don't give up yet. Ooh, it rolled by it.
Well, did you heed the advice through your life of Mr. Miller?
So far. 10 box.
Good answer.
133 for Mike Poulin, a box to go.
He needs a mark to at least tie and a full fill.
Well, he threw it. He caught the head pin, but really thin.
Diamond,
a tough one.
Diamond and the 7-pin over on the left-hand side.
Nope. He'll be open. He's at 140 right now.
Held onto the ball perhaps just a fraction of a second too long.
142. First string for Mike Poulin, and he will trail Bob Whitcomb by 11 pins, headed to the middle string. We continue. It's the first match of the new season. Happy to have you with us for Candlepin Stars and Strikes on WNDS TV. We we are happy to have back as sponsors of Candlepin Stars and Strikes on WNDS TV, the Thompson family of dealerships, Nashua Hyundai, Nashua Mitsubishi, McMulkin Chevrolet, and now Nashua Cadillac, and also Tri-State Megabucks back sponsoring another season of Candlepin Stars and Strikes on WNDS TV. Great first string, 153 to 142, with Bob Whitcomb leading Mike Poulin by 11. This is Mike Poulin starting the second string.
Steering the ball a little too flush on the head pin leaves the spread eagle minus the 2 pin. He'll go to the right side for this. Looking for the cut shot, went a little bit too far to the right. He'll go now for the 2 in the left corner, the 4 and the 7.
We'll get to some of your letters and emails, and Mike Poulin starts out with an 8 box. Frank and Jen emailed, my wife and I love watching your show. Not sure when the season starts or ends or which days are the new matches, but he has one question. Has anyone ever bowled a perfect 300 in Candlepin? Or what is the highest score ever bowled? There's a shot by Mike Poulin.
I think you've got the highest score ever bowled, don't you, Dick?
Against you, yes.
Against me, yeah.
Absolutely. I saved my best. I think didn't we determine that 245, I think, is the highest sanctioned score done in Western Massachusetts?
Yes.
I don't recall the fellow's name.
By the name of, I believe, Gerald Montmany. And has there ever been a 300 game? Obviously, no. There has not. But I have spoken to people. This is years ago when I did a little work with the International Candlepin Bowling Association. Somebody had set up a machine that, did a 300 game because obviously the consistency has to be so remarkable, and only a machine at this point has been able to accomplish that.
And it did do it?
It did do it, as far as I understand.
I would find that even hard. And the P.S. to the email is, don't change your attire. Suits are professional and flattering. We have talked in the past about going casual every once in a while, wearing golf shirts or things of that nature instead of
thongs, maybe?
Tie.
Or is that too casual?
After I finish my diet. Frank and Jen, thank you very much for the email. You can email us by sending it to bowling@WNDS.com. We would love to hear from you. And let's see, another email here. This is from Jim Haynes. Missed the shot. I watch the show quite often. My dad and I are fans. I'm a league bowler at the Woburn Bowlerdrome. He's been in the Wednesday night men's league since the 1996-97 season. And he wanted to tell us about a gentleman he's been bowling with for over 6 years. His name is Sam. And this October, he'll be 92 years old, and there's no sign that he is slowing down. He's getting up bowling with guys who are over 60 years younger than he is.
Imagine 92 and he's not slowing down. Do you ever feel, Dick, we're both over 50, that you're slowing down?
Oh, only every day. Nice shot by Mike Poulin as he puts a spare inside the strike.
Not an easy spare either, as you'll see right here on the replay. Had a bunch of, just a mess out there. And a great fill after that difficult spare. He'll put a 9 inside the spare in the 3rd frame. He's off to a great start.
He's picking up where he left off, isn't he?
Well, he's made up the distance already, pretty much, that he lost in the first game when he fell behind by 11 pins.
Now, this is a tough shot. Look at the wood, and this is a tough, tough shot. Played ahead of the wood. Oh, what a great shot by Mike Poulin. He played the angle of the wood perfectly, deflected the ball into the 5-pin. Had he gone right at the 5-pin, he would not have made the shot. Great shot by Mike Poulin.
After 36 years of bowling, 22 years as a pro, you can recognize exactly where to hit those troublesome wood shots. And so, yes, the word seasoned does apply to Mr. Poulin in a most complimentary way.
Another $50 in bonus money from Mike, by the way. He already has $125 in the bank. Bob Whitcomb tries to make a tough spare. There goes the 10-pin.
Which is not the pin you thought would be the one to go.
No, the 7-pin still stands. That'll be a 10 box. So he starts out with 3 10s, and Mike Poulin has moved into the lead.
Now, in Candlepin, a perfect game is a game in which you leave no pins standing. Of course, as opposed to 10-pin, you get only 2 balls. A perfect game is all strikes. In this game, a perfect game is considered to be anything, all marks, or all 10.
There's a strike for Bob Whitcomb. So we go to the break. Both bowlers will be working on marks. When we come back, heck of a match going on here at Leda Lanes in Nashua. You are watching Candlepin Stars and Strikes on WNDS TV. Mike Poulin moves to lane 34 at Leda Lanes as we welcome you back to Candlepin Stars and Strikes on WNDS TV. Dick Lutz with Mike Morin. Happy to have you with us. Red-hot Mike Poulin, 3 marks in a row. Didn't cool off during the break. He threw a real pocket shot. Got a 9-pin drop, and the 9-pin is still standing.
No wood, and I think that's how the bowlers prefer it.
Right at the 9-pin. He missed it. Missed it by a lot. Whoop, he almost kicked the wood out of the channel. Which wouldn't have counted, would it?
He says, where did that come from?
10 box. Watch the strike by Bob Whitcomb. That's the 9-pin drop by Mike Poulin that we saw instead. The pins continue to fall,
but always worth a second look anyway. The 1 and the 10, and the wood is moving now out of play for the most part.
Got it. Fair for Mike Poulin. His 4th mark in 6 boxes here in the 2nd string.
Well, he's on par to be in the 150s again. He had a 76 half, and it looks like it's going to take that kind of scoring today to win and to move on to our next contestant up the ladder, and that will be Jeff Surratt next week.
It's Bob Whitcomb, 2 marks in a row.
2 strikes in a row.
2 strikes in a row for Bob Whitcomb. I told both bowlers before the match that we recycled the triple strike jackpot back to $500, and neither one seemed to care. They'd be very happy to take the $500, and Bob Whitcomb has a shot at it right now. For $500, Bob Whitcomb. He threw it to the head pin, didn't he? Just didn't get a break. Now looking for 3 marks in a row. He threw another great shot and didn't come up with it.
He really is a much improved bowler from the last time we saw him. Boy, he's looking great. Very steady.
Very smooth. And a 10 box. Very methodical. Shall we do a little matchmaking on television, Michael?
Matchmaking? What's this all about?
Got an email from Andrea Cardarelli, who says she's enjoyed watching Candlepin bowling since she moved to Massachusetts in 1971, and she's watched the show for years, as well as the old Channel 5 show, and one that was on Channel 27 many years ago. I lived in Bridgewater for about 20 years and can remember spending most of my life after school hours at Academy Lanes and Bridgewater Center. I even remember Al, who ran the place, and a few of the regular bowlers. I saw Lou Alberghini on your show a few times and wonder if he's the same Lou I went to school with. I thought you might know, having more information about him than I do. I'm 38, so if he went to school with me, he'd be around 38 as well. Thanks for an enjoyable show, which I look forward to every week. Andrea Cardarelli. Andrea, we don't know the answer to that, but we'll find out. Or someone will find out. Let us know.
I'll bet it's the same person. I mean, how many Lou Alberghinis are there running around about the same age? And I would have to check our records to find out if indeed he is single, available, or otherwise. So Bobby Whitcomb, after a double strike and a 10, still has a perfect game going. Now leaves the 6 and the 10 over on lane 34. Finds himself behind in this match, although he's up against an open frame in the 7th from his partner, Mike Poulin.
With wood out in front. There's the mark for Bob Whitcomb, his 3rd mark of the string.
The October WCBC Pro Tournament will be here at Leda Lanes. It's an invitational tournament. Ladies with averages of 95 or better and men with averages of over 112 are eligible to bowl. Bowling will be Saturday, October 12th, and Sunday, the 13th. If you need information, you'd like to join the WCBC or just find out what it takes, call Dottie Lawrick at 603-888-5592, or you can write to WCBC, Post Office Box 636, Reading, Mass. I'll repeat that address, WCBC, Post Office Box 636, Reading, Mass, 01867.
Great shot by Bob Whitcomb to pick up the double mark. Watch it again. He clipped the tail of that wood and picked up the split. Nicely done. Look at these pins go, and will they all go? Yes, they will. Mike Poulin puts a strike inside a spare. On his way to another big string. 6 marks in the second string for Mike. Right on the head pin again. Oh, he almost picked up a double. The 9-pin stands. This is really unbelievable for our first match of the new season, watching these guys score as well as they are. Another spare.
He's going to be in the 150s. Only needs 3 pins for that. Nearly 300 through 2. Not quite. With a strike, he'd have 299. Possible 157 for Mike Poulin. Bob Whitcomb is on par to do that, but there's no room for error if he'd like to stay with Poulin.
He missed the head pin. He put 6 in the mark. He's at 153, which ties him for the highest string of the match with Bob Whitcomb, who shot a 153 in the opening string.
Wow. You think both these guys were practicing during the summer?
Here's Whitcomb on a spare. The 5-pin stands still. Will it go? It'll get touched by that rolling wood.
You gotta like it, though.
That wood is angled just enough to give him a shot at it. He's got to hit the left corner of that wood. Got it. 3 marks in a row for Bob Whitcomb. Another $50. He's got $150 in bonus money.
And he needs a mark to win, believe it or not. Fans are being treated to some superb bowling today.
Head pin.
Deja vu, almost.
137, 137. They match each other. A mark and a 7 wins the string for Bob Whitcomb. There it is.
He made the same shot 2 frames in a row with slightly different wood.
Another $25 in bonus money. He's at 147. 6 ties him at 153. 7 wins the string. Right through the middle. A 4. A 151 second string for Bob Whitcomb. Mike Poulin with a 153 picks up 2 pins. It's a 9-pin lead for Whitcomb. Heading to the 3rd and final string. What a great match we have to open our new season. We continue from Leda Lanes in Nashua, New Hampshire. It's WNDS TV's Candlepin Stars and Stripes. Bob Whitcomb will lead us off in our 3rd string as we welcome you back to Leda Lanes in Nashua, New Hampshire for Candlepin Stars and Strikes on WNDS TV. What a match we have. Both bowlers have been just spectacular thus far. For Whitcomb, a 153 and a 151. For Mike Poulin, a 142 and a 153. 304 for Whitcomb, 295 for Poulin. After 2 strings, both bowlers well within shot of 400 triples. It's going to be impossible for both to miss 400.
And this is the 3rd 5-7 in a row that Bob Whitcomb has shot.
This one with no wood. He gave it a run, didn't he?
He was forced to use a cut shot as opposed to using the wood in between the 2 for an inside attack at the spare. But he'll settle for a 9, probably.
$9 for Whitcomb to start out. We have given away a lot of bonus money already. Bob Whitcomb is $175, and Mike Poulin has $125.
And this is in addition, Dick, to added prize money again this season from Leda Lanes and the bowlers themselves by way of their entry fees to get into the qualifying rounds. The runner-up today, $200. And 4th place is now $375. That's the runner-up. Next week, $550 for 3rd place. 2nd place is now $1,000. It used to be $500. And the top of the ladder is now $1,500. That's a $500 increase.
With the half Worcester. Not able to convert. So he will be open for the first 2 boxes of the 3rd string. He was open for the first 3 boxes of the 2nd string, and then he marked in 6 of the last 7. He'll take a 9 box, a pair of 9s.
Take a look at your score sheet.
The sheet is full of marks.
He did not have a perfect game, did he? Had a 7.
So he did leave some pins on the alley.
No, I'm sorry. Bobby Whitcomb did have a perfect game. Poulin did not.
Right. This is the spread eagle with sleepers behind both the 2 and the 3. You got a full row of pins in the back row. Now, there they go like dominoes.
Good news is he's not up against the Bob Whitcomb mark, so There's a little room for wiggle here, but not much.
Could be a 10 box. Ooh, he missed the possible 10 box that takes an 8. I thought that pin was attached to the
No, it wasn't frozen.
but it wasn't frozen to it. Look at this, another thin hit, and look at the leave. So all of a sudden...
Yeah, are these the same two guys that we just saw? Do you think he'll shoot the 2 on the left and hope for a ricochet across?
Nope, going the other way. He was hoping for a ricochet from right to left, didn't get it. So both bowlers will be open in the first 2 frames of the 3rd string. 10 box. Nothing ventured, nothing gained after the first couple of boxes.
And still a 9-pin lead for Bob Whitcomb. Final string here at Leda Lanes. Brand new season, first week of a 4-week ladder. Jeff Surratt next week. John Zappi in 2 weeks. And Chris Sargent, 6-time WCBC winner, 3 weeks from today.
Ooh, look at this. The shots they were making, they're not.
Dare we say 400 could be in question.
Another 10 box.
Well, Bob Whitcomb needs 96 for 400. That should be a problem, and Mike Poulin needs 105.
Got a nice note from Robert Walsh of Wyndham. Check it from, he is from, does it say?
Pittsburgh?
Pittsburgh, that's where it's from, right?
He's got the
Talks
7
about a blind bowlers league that originated at the Colonial on Mill Street in Worcester, where I used to bowl when I was a kid. And he also asked in the letter if I followed the run of the Jesse Burkett Little League to the Little League World Series. I am an alumnus of the Jesse Burkett Little League.
Did you go to Williamsport when you were playing, Dick?
We did not.
That was quite a run. They really captured Central Mass and all of New England's imagination there back in the summer.
I played on an expansion team.
Oh.
We were terrible.
An expansion team.
We were terrible. We had a lot of fun. I didn't play very much. I wasn't very good.
I'm not used to you being so humble, Dick.
Well, facts are facts. Anybody listening who remembers will vouch for me.
What was your fielding position?
I played the bench.
Oh.
Did a very good job at it, too. Open frames galore here in the 3rd string. This is unbelievable. Truly unbelievable. When you count the marks in the first 2 strings, and now we bowled 7 boxes in the 3rd string without a mark. Now Mike Poulin with a tough shot. The 3 and the 10.
However,
no wood.
With his angle, he's got more of an advantage than a right-hander would because his ball is sweeping from left to right.
There it is.
That.
First mark of the 3rd string belongs to Mike Poulin. And we're pretty much even as we head down the home stretch. We'll go to the break with not much between these 2 bowlers. Come back for the final 6 boxes from Leda Lanes in Nashua, New Hampshire. It is Candlepin Stars and Strikes on WNDS TV. Bob Whitcomb ready to go on lane 34 at Leda Lanes. This match is just about even because Mike Poulin has a mark to work with. There's a 10-pin differential. Whitcomb in the pocket after going open through 4 frames at the top of the string, his longest consecutive box string without a mark. And he's still open. He's not picking up the shots he was making in the first 2 strings. This is an unbelievable turnaround.
But we see it, Dick, so often in this game.
That'll be a 10 box. That's a 48.5 for Bob Whitcomb.
Struggling for the moment, but he'll pick it up, no doubt, as we get closer to the end.
304 through 2 strings. 153 and 151. And again, look at this, a tough shot.
Well, he's had the 5-7 quite a few times today. This time, the 8-pin is thrown in as well. And
it doesn't hurt him, I don't think.
No, is it too close, though, to take out, say, the 5-pin?
There's Bob walking all the way down to the foul line to try and find out the answer to that question. guess the answer is yes. The pin was too far out to sweep the 5 and the 8. It took out the 7, but the 5 and the 8 remain open through 6 boxes. Bob Whitcomb in the 3rd string.
Well, a great opportunity for Mike Poulin, who is on a spare in the 4th and is up against 2 Bob Whitcomb open frames. A chance to get back some ground and then go ahead.
Not much in the fill. It's only going to be a 4-pin fill.
Sure, he's a little frustrated with himself not being able to capitalize with a better fill.
Will he get the spare? No, he will not. He will be open. We're going to be nip and tuck down the home stretch here. This will be a 10 box for Mike Poulin. Pinning becomes very important all of a sudden.
We saw Mike as the number 2 seed in the Tournament of Champions a couple of years ago. He lost 366 to 363 to the eventual winner, Chris Bovair, one of the great rising stars whose home bowling center is Leda Lanes.
Our director today is Kevin LaFond, Paul Hunter, and Keith Webb. Engineering, Rob Faison audio, Don Cronin working the replay machine. Kevin Sheehan, Jonathan Elias, and Steve Gregoire operating the cameras. Look at this. Pin standing, a 9 box. And as we look at the scoreboard, it's a 5-pin differential. Bob Whitcomb has a 5-pin lead over Mike Poulin with 4 boxes to go. With both bowlers struggling here in the 3rd string. Whitcomb on the head pin, right through.
And 400 is not a foregone conclusion, as we thought it would be.
Isn't it unbelievable?
Oh, man.
Another open frame for Bob Whitcomb. It'll be his 7th in a row in the 3rd string.
After a perfect match, a perfect string last game, with 10 frames where he didn't leave a pin.
Another pick. This crowd is stunned.
These bowlers averaged nearly 150 between them for the first 2 games, just a fraction under that.
6 box. That opens the door for Mike Poulin even without a mark.
Poulin's got to be thinking, I got to do something here.
Whitcomb on the head pin again. There goes the 5-pin, so he avoids the split, and he's got the 10-pin all by its lonesome in the right corner.
But how's your confidence at this point after 7 open frames?
This is a must shot for Bob Whitcomb. He's not going to get it.
No.
That will not count. That's a 9 box for Bob Whitcomb, so he missed the spare.
In a case
he
like
remains
that,
open for 8 boxes.
The pin is not reset once the ball takes it down after going in the gutter.
And we had a missed set of the pins, so we'll have to reset the pins on lane 34. And Mike Poulin with an opportunity. Watch the attempt, the almost strike. The 10-pin still standing. Now Mike Poulin.
He pulled that one to the right.
Neither one wants to win this match. This is an unbelievable turn of events in the 3rd string. Poulin on the head pin. He won't make the spare, but he's going to pick up at least a couple of pins. If he makes these 2 pins, he'll pick up 4 in the box, and there'll be 1 pin between the 2 bowlers. And that is what we have, a 10 box.
Someday when professors lecture and they take a look at this particular week in the bowling, they'll say this was the Jekyll and Hyde match.
Wow. Complete transformation.
Whitcomb needs a mark for 400.
4 horsemen right side. Piece of wood.
And not good wood, by the way. That is not good wood. It tends to deflect the ball.
Missed the head pin. He's going to be open. If he makes this pin, we will be dead even with 2 boxes to go. He missed it.
Oh, my.
1 pin lead for Bob Whitcomb. 1 pin separating these 2 fine bowlers.
What do you think Mike Poulin's nightmares are going to be like tonight if he doesn't win this thing with the great opportunity? Not 1 mark yet for Bob Whitcomb this game.
Whitcomb on the head pin. There's the mark. Watch it again. right in the 1-3 pocket. The 7-pin a little bit slow to go, but finally coaxed over. On the head pin, straight through the middle. Well, another ball to fill the strike.
Phil is very critical here, but he's on a strike, so he's not losing anything yet.
Just a 4-pin fill in the strike, and still a tough shot on the deck. Nine. Good fill, good finish, and 9 box, 94. 398 for Bob Whitcomb. Who'd have thunk it? A 94 third string.
After averaging 152 his first 2 games.
Well, Mike Poulin needs 24 pins to tie, 25 to win.
Hey,
2 boxes.
Needs a
bounced it down. He needs a mark. Whether it's this box or the next box is immaterial. You'd rather get it here, of course. Will he get it? Will it go? Will it go? The 10-pin still stands.
That's a heartbreaker.
That'll be a 9 box. Just means he needs 1 more pin in the fill.
That's exactly what it means. He needs 16 pins to win.
15 to tie, 16 to win. Poetic justice would have an overtime, I would think. He missed the head pin.
Well, the sleeper back there.
Will that pin go? If it ever fell forward and took out a couple, it would be interesting, wouldn't it? It's still wobbling. Can't make up its mind. It will not go. Well, here's your match right here on this shot, folks. If he makes the spare, he's got a shot at it. If he doesn't, Bob Whitcomb will advance. He did not make it. Bob Whitcomb wins.
And by inches, because he almost took out that 9-pin.
10 box, 98. A 5-pin win for Bob Whitcomb over Mike Poulin. An unbelievable third string, 398 to 393. Whitcomb, the winner, will come back to meet our bowlers when we continue from Leda Lanes in Nashua, New Hampshire on Candlepin Stars and Strikes on WNDS TV. We've seen it happen many times over the years where one bowler will get red hot and then turn ice cold, but I can't recall a time when we've seen 2 bowlers bowl so well through 2 strings and then lose it completely in the 3rd string.
Exactly, and the amazing thing is they were nearly mirrors of each other with averages of 150 the first 2 games and then 96 the last game. Truly amazing, and who would have guessed that there wouldn't be a 400 after both bowlers were close to 300 after 2?
I'm not sure what to ask these guys. We'll start first with Mike Poulin. Bring up Mike Poulin from Newington, New Hampshire, our runner-up here this afternoon. Mike, the question is, who were those 2 guys imitating you wearing those jerseys in the 3rd string?
I think they went to the bullpen. I'm not sure. Bobby bowled better than I did. But I don't know what happened. I wasn't due to lack of effort, I can promise you that.
Well, we've got the runner-up check for $200. We've got some bonus money, $150 in bonus money for you, and our congratulations, and we'll look forward to seeing you again. Mike Poulin, our runner-up here this afternoon, and now Bob will go up to lane 33, and we'll have our bonus ball contest and try to hook him up with someone at home, and we give you an opportunity after every match to send in a postcard with your name, address, and pick a number from 0 to 10, and we have $10 as we start the new season with our bonus ball contest, and Mike Morin will reach into the bin and pull out a postcard, and we'll see if we can give away that $10 to some lucky winner at home.
Not filled out.
We got to fill out the cards completely with all the information. Your
phone
name,
number,
address,
number of pins.
right? All the information's got to be there.
And this looks like a keeper.
Let's take a look at it. It is no, it's not all there.
Not all there, huh?
You got to get it all.
Oh man!
2 in a row without all the information on the card. We can't give away the money. Can't give away the prize.
Another incomplete card.
No.
What are you guys doing to us out here?
We're not getting complete cards. We've got to do it right. Let's see. This looks like a good one. This is Therese Pinot of Derry, who picked 7. Not a match for the consolation prize from N&R Trophy in Hudson, Massachusetts. And we've seen it many times where one bowler will bowl well and then lose it. But to have 2 guys go ice cold in the 3rd string like that is something we haven't seen very often.
I just don't know what happened. We both started out so well, and the last game, it's just maybe we both got a little tight. It's just one of those things. I see it happen in a lot of other matches on TV before. It's just one of those things.
What do you tell yourself during the course of a run like that when you can't buy a mark?
Just back to the basics. Just try to hit him your first ball and just try to stay relaxed and put the ball where it's supposed to be.
Now, Mike, you told me about a story that Bob has, and I'll let you lead into it.
Well, Bob is, he loves Las Vegas as much as I do, and you go out every year before the football season starts, and you
Yes.
place a couple of friendly wagers at the local sports books. Anyway, a friend of yours, and we won't say who it is in case the IRS may be tuning in today, sent you out with some money, and I guess there was some confusion as to who he wanted and who you ended up getting on the tickets.
2 years ago, a friend of mine wanted the Indianapolis Colts to win the Super Bowl. So another friend of mine thought the Indianapolis Colts were still in Baltimore and wrote down Baltimore. So I got the slip of paper back and saw Baltimore. I went out and bought 2 tickets on the Baltimore Ravens.
How much?
$100 to win the AFC and $100 to win the Super Bowl. Well, that turned out to be a $5,500 mistake that I made, which he was gladly accepted.
That's how more people win things like that than ever. Well, congratulations to you. We had bonus money for you, lots of it. We have $200 in bonus money. You both split the prize for the high string. You both had 153, and you move on next week to take on Jeff Surratt as we climb the ladder. Congratulations.
Great, thank you very much.
Bob Whitcomb, our winner here this afternoon. Let's shake Bob's hand and
Thank you, Bob.
send
See
him
ya.
away.
All
and
right.
say thank you very much, and on we go up the ladder.
We do another great bowler. He made his debut last season on Candlepin Stars and Strikes at 19 years old. Jeff Surratt takes on Bob Whitcomb next week.
Thanks for joining us from Melita Lanes in Nashua, New Hampshire. 2 great bowlers this afternoon. Another one next week. We continue with Candlepin Stars and Strikes. For Mike Moore and I'm Dick Lutz. Thanks for watching, everybody, and remember, let's go bowling. See you next time.